Hello, my sweet, dear viewer. Today I'm going to do a soap test on 10 different bars. I'm doing this because I'm about to create an Etsy shop for the first time, and I wanted to test each bar to make sure that I approve of them and like how they perform. The 10th bar, though, I want your opinions on and your advice on because there's something about it that is concerning. We are at my kitchen sink, by the way. So, the first one I'm doing, this is a sample size bar. This is white birch. Okay. It's a nice creamy bubble, but it bubbles well. It's not like a lotion bar at all, but it's a nice Sud. Pretty bubbles. Overall, I like this one. I've already had experience with it, so I already knew that I liked that one. This one is vanilla chestnut. This is another one that I really like. So this one and the one that I just showed you are both made with goat milk. And goat milk makes a very nice bar. There's no denying it. This is almost going to be an identical lather, because they're almost the same bar, just a different fragrance. I like the fragrance on both of these. Alright, the rest of the soaps I have never tried, so this is important to try them. This is the fresh coffee bar I've been curious about for a long time. This is made with brewed coffee. It's also got salt in it. This is the first soap that I ever put salt in. And I've heard that putting salt in it will reduce the amount of suds. Wow, this smells a lot better after you use it. Like, I've been smelling this bar like every week and like, I don't really like the smell very much. But after I actually started using it, it smells very nice. Not giant bubbles at all. There's a nice big bubble on it. It feels nice. I like the feeling of the coffee grounds in there. It smells good. It does smell like coffee now that I'm actually using it. Good bubbles. This will get you clean. I guarantee it. Next, this is goat milk and coffee grounds pumpkin chai bar. Which pumpkin chai is a very sweet smell. I should have the ingredients next to me. I don't think I added any sugar to this, but I can't remember anymore. It suds it up really nice. I didn't even try that hard that time. Woo! Whoa. Don't drop the soap, right guys? All the bubbles seem to be very tight. They aren't like the big bubble bath bubbles. This one looks a little extra creamier. I wonder why that would be. Well, it's goat milk, that's probably why. Feels very soft. I like the feeling of goat milk soaps. I'm going to be making more. I didn't start out making them because I was intimidated by it. Because it's easy to get intimidated as an early soap maker. And once I started using it and then actually experienced a goat milk bar, it's like, they're really nice. They're really luxurious feeling. Okay, next we're going to do our activated charcoal bar. This has the rest of my lavender essential oil in it. It has peppermint essential oil in it, and then it has a little bit of spearmint garden mint fragrance oil in it. This is actually my first activated charcoal bar, and it's going to make black bubbles. If you set this on the side of your tub, it's probably going to leave a black mark, but to my knowledge it doesn't stain or anything like that. But activated charcoal has many lovely things about it. This wasn't the bubbliest soap, but it got bubbly, which means it's going to clean you. Oh, and I need to point out the little rat or mouse, whichever makes you feel better, that's on top. It's a good soap for your face and body. It's okay that it makes black suds. They don't look that black here on camera, but they're darker. Next, we have my soap fragranced with Avalon, and I believe I've got sugar in here and salt and then soap shreds. And this was my first time experimenting with melt and pour. So these bubbles seem like they might be a little bit bigger. Maybe that's because of the sugar. Maybe. Well, maybe not bigger, but more abundant. Pretty sure there's powdered sugar in this one. That's some white bubbles. Very nice. Smells good. It's got a stronger scent than a lot of my soaps. When I first started soaping, I wasn't adding enough fragrance oil. So almost all of my first soaps were all given away. Okay, next we're going to try my flower power. This was one of my least favorite bars because it was almost all turmeric, and turmeric did not make a very pretty tulip. So I grabbed this one to be my practice. And the back wasn't quite finished. Yeah. This is scented with rose jam. And it would have been smart of me to have the ingredients right next to me to know what is in these bars. This is all from memory. Oh, we got a little bit of activated charcoal on the top. Like it's barely in the soap. It's basically just on top of the soap. So it's just going to kind of wipe off after your first use almost. But this is, I don't think this has anything special in it. I guess the more you work with it, the more bubbles will show up. You know all about that. Got some decent bubbles in there. So that's my Flower Power collaboration soap. Hibiscus Palm. Now this is the one that I added sugar and salt, and I know that for a fact because this is the one that was getting crumbly when I was cutting it. So I grabbed my bar that had the most damage, and then it had some soap chunks in it. So this one I know is sugar and salt. This is my favorite size bar, by the way. I have that mold that's purple and has a wooden box around it, and it makes kind of a square bar. But I really like the rectangle bars because they fit in your hand nicer. All right, our sugar and salt made very nice big white marshmallowy bubbles, didn't it? Marshmallow bubbles. That's what that looks like. Bring this to the campfire. I like these bubbles. These are nice. Boop. Now we're going to do my isolation inspiration. This is one that didn't have the Scotty embed in it because my Scotty embeds were not successful. But these are nice bars of soap. Still going to sell them. This is fragranced with Gardenia tuberose. I don't think I added any special ingredients to this. Like special as in sugar or salt or goat milk. This is just your basic, good old-fashioned bar soap. With coconut oil, olive oil, canola oil, castor oil. You know, my typical oils that I have that are readily available to me. These almost made pink bubbles. Can't really tell on the camera, but it made big bubbles. These are nice bubbles. I like these. I've liked all the bubbles, but you know, some of them kind of stand out more than others. This is like a pancake batter or injera bread because it's got all the little holes in it. Pretty suds. Look at that. Don't you just want to take a bath? Okay, this final bar I'm not selling on Etsy. But I also want your opinion on something. So this is the lovely, pretty blue and white bar that I made with my mom. And there's a problem that only shows up on a couple bars, like 3 bars. And it's that spot. I read that those are called the dreaded orange spots. I read that it can be caused from certain essential oils. It can be caused from too many soft oils. And I read that it's still a decent bar of soap, but it could have a strange smell to it. So, even though this is only on a couple of these bars, I wasn't going to sell any of them. Because it's on a couple bars, is it basically going to affect the rest of them? But this is made with eucalyptus essential oil, which I've used that before, and I don't remember getting any of those dreaded orange spots on them. This makes a really creamy lather though. Look at that. And it doesn't smell strange. So I kind of just really wanted your guys' opinion, those of you who have experience with the dreaded orange spots. Do you certainly don't sell them, right? Do you give them away? Are they still okay as like a freebie, or is that just going to be soap for me to use at home? So it makes a nice soft, very silky lather. I like it. Very tight. It almost looks like shaving cream, doesn't it? So yeah. So that's the 10 bars I'm going to show you. 9 of those I am going to be posting on my brand new Etsy shop that I'm going to open after I stop recording right now. So you have a lovely day, and if you watched this far, I want to tell you something. You are like super important to me. So if you feel like it, you can check out my Etsy shop, but I don't really like to ask people to go do this or that. So have an awesome day. Happy May 1st. May's going to be a good month.